gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I put so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 10-2, sir. Cut. You gonna take? Fair. You got hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Ready,
So
set.
just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 15, check 15.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line. Let's go. 30 base. Go. 3 down.
Now to the air. Lock. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
X3, 218, jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. Clock now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ready? 50, plant.
51. Let's go. You got double tight. Double tight.
Put up. Put up.
Now Jones off the play fake. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Ready?
Now Jones being chased out left. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
All day, defense, all day. All
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Shoot.
On 3rd down, Jones. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
They go play action here on first down. Thomas has got it, complete. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Snap.
Throwing Jones. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Well, they took your advice from a bit earlier, tried the screen, but that one, it was covered up pretty well.
They did a nice job on it, but I still think it was the right idea. Probably just a block or two away from making it work.
Down. 90 Wolf.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, he's going to look deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
You draw Corker.
Jumper.
Five.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Switch it. 61. Matchbox lights. Big trim.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
No score after one on EA Sports.
I'm ready.
Check. Lucky.
Go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
Hey, keep it up. Deuce.
Go. Get it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big run by the big man Fournette. 54 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Come.
51, Mike 51. Come to my world.
They'll run on 1st down. Hurd. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm down. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty...
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, high 7.
From the gun, Jones. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd down. Hurd, and he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 at a Denver 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. 2 minutes to play in his first half, 7-3 our score.
Let's go, baby.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now they try the right side here, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
1st down, Broncos.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Clock now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sparks. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Go, go.
44, Mike, 44.
Here's Locke to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Now second and goal from the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Throwing now is Locke. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but now it's third and goal. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Like on the ball.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Josh Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Block going to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 55's mine.
Yeah. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Bring it. Bring it.
Hey, Charlie.
Check. SOS.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Bullet high. Go. Hey, go, cheetah.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Now Leonard Fournette. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jones operating from the gun. The open man is Westbrook. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Bravo.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
57.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. Throwing left side, it's complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
44, Mike, 44. Rip right.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And all the way to the opposite 45. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 41 yards on the ground. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Broncos 10, Jaguars 3.
Here we go. 70, Indy. You draw Corker. Snap.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
At the 46-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant. 61, max box, light. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Watch out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slow them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is. The things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed and being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Let's get it.
The Broncos on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Let's go.
They run once more with Henderson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
44, Mike, 44. Focus, defense, focus. Check 13.
To throw is locked. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
There you go. Now.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum. Shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Let's go, dude. Check.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Alpha. Look, squeeze. Hey, Echo.
44, Mike.
Yes.
Here we go. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check.
Go.
Now lock. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Lock to throw for it on 4th. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he completes it to Westbrook. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Push him back.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half.